If you've been around this save for a while, you know the map. Willow Creek has an airport and a TV station featuring the morning show. And on top of a cluttered little grocery store, up some worn old stairs, there's a new restaurant called the Golden Dragon. I'm EverSave, and this will eventually turn into a house tour in Gibbi Point, another new build in my rundown save. But first, meet Yuki, a best-selling writer, but when we meet her, she's a freelance journalist at the morning show. Pinning this guy down had taken the better part of a month. To Yuki, it was just another hard-to-get interview. She had no idea it was about to change the course of her life. He was never in this part of the world for long, and when he finally turned up at the Golden Dragon, what she got was 20 minutes or the time of one bowl of steamy ramen. Leon already had a flight booked and was about to leave for his next adventure. Leon Archer is an archaeologist with a heavy Indiana Jones kind of vibe. This is a man who has slept in more scary temples than you can count, reached the top of Mount Komorebi more than a few times, and somehow always lived to book the return trip. Yuki Chen's assignment was pretty clear: sit down with Leon, get the story, go home and write it. Nobody asked her to be on the flight. She had her 20 minutes. She could have gone home, written up the interview and treated it like any other Tuesday. Instead, the story goes that she lived with Leon before their ramen had gone cold, followed him into the jungle, was struck by a poisoned arrow, and ended up burning green with a rather alarming rash spreading across her skin. Welcome to the jungle. What? No. Why are you walking away from the hot archaeologist? Yuki, that is literally why we brought him. Oh my God, I hate this.
Ow! No!
Excuse me? Right, Leon's turn. Scary temples, ancient traps, not even a moment's hesitation. She later turned his extraordinary life into a book, and she's finishing the follow-up now. Traveling with my soulmate, a far more intimate account of the adventures they have shared. And yes, we are all hoping it will finally tell us the dirty details of what really happened between them on that first expedition into the jungle. They cut the trip short and returned to Leon's place in Gibbi Point, a place they now both call home. Their sea lay ill for what felt like forever in same time. Leon has never let a season pass without setting off on some wild adventure. This time, he did not leave the house at all. That's love. None of that made it into Yuki Chen's first book, so I recommend your sim pick up the new one when it's out. I did not plan a single part of this. I simply sent two sims on an adventure to take some nice photos for the walls of a home in Gibbi Point. Instead, the game poisoned one of them, sent them both home early, and somehow made them fall in love. I swear, my gameplay has a life of its own. You might wonder why Leon chose somewhere as quiet as Gibbi Point to call home instead of somewhere more exotic. Years ago, while traveling through the area, he says he saw a plum bird. He can still tell you the exact hour, the color of its beak, and the strange little call it made. The story even found its way into Yuki's first book. She has never seen one herself, but now that she's moved in and they have turned his home into theirs, perhaps one day she will. They are on the morning show fairly often, talking about travel, culture, whatever he's dug up this time. The two of them guests as experts on places most people will never go. And whenever a guest appearance brings them back to Willow Creek, they make time for hot ramen at the Golden Dragon. always at the same window table, where one hard to get interview turned into an unexpected expedition, a poisoned sim, an early flight home, and somehow a love story. We still fly out of Willow Creek whenever a new adventure calls, and every journey begins at the airport. The build has a tour of its own, which I will link in the comments. The Golden Dragon is finished too, and maybe it'll get its own video at some point. There's an upstairs karaoke bar you haven't seen yet, as well as the tiny, impossible cluttered grocery store downstairs that we still need to explore. It may be the most cluttered build I have ever made, which by now is saying quite a lot. So yeah, that's a biggie. It took a long time. Human time. If you enjoy build tours mixed with gameplay and storytelling like I do, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. And leave me a comment too. I always love a good idea. I'm still EverSave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time my gameplay turns into a story.
La nuit s'étend comme un drap de soie. Les lueurs des cafés dansent lentement.